Good evening, friends. Welcome back to my channel, Infinite Trade. My name is Robin, and let's discuss about Nifty and Bank Nifty for tomorrow. So the first thing, tomorrow is an expiry day, the weekly expiry, and the first expiry of the new year or January. Okay, and Nifty and Bank Nifty has been continuously in an up move. I don't understand what is the actual reason for such a short covering that is happening so tremendously, because I ideally expected this, but I expected in the second half of this month. So I thought before the budget they would start covering the position, but looks like until the budget comes they have a different plan. So either they may move significantly, maybe to all-time high, or they may move significantly downwards. So let's see what happens during that time. So right now, definitely there was a tremendous move, and but to be very frank, FIs have been buying in cash market since the start of this year, but the amount is not that significant. So I think yesterday they bought about 1200 crores, which is a good figure. But if you look at the kind of rally that we did, so Bank Nifty has already moved about, I think from 34,000 to 37,800. So almost like it has moved almost 4,000 points. Okay, just about 200, 300 points less. So, so such a big move, but we do not see their huge investments yet. So let's see what happens. But right now, if you look at the technical pattern, we already have about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 green candles on the daily chart. So now there is a possibility that we may see at least one red candle or maybe a halt candle, and especially tomorrow being an expiry. So usually on an expiry day, there is a huge chances of a candle something like this, or maybe something like this. Okay, so we usually trade between a range and like this, and then we somewhere close in the middle. So this is what happens usually on the expiry day. And since we moved significantly today, there are very less chance that the expiry day can be trending. So before we move into our analysis for tomorrow, let's just check Nifty also. So Nifty is also same 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 green candles in a row. So possibility of at least small red candle tomorrow, but looks like Nifty and Bank Nifty may trade in a very small range tomorrow. Let's quickly check the participant wise open interest. So again, future buy. So this is surprising, like even at such a high point we have future buy in indices. However, we have been seeing for the last 2 to 3 days future is so stock futures, they are selling it. So this is something which is like they're moving the index up, but they're not taking any significant position in stock futures. And if we look at the options, the entire week they have been carrying very less positions in the options. It doesn't look like a position coming from such a big player, but pros are taking definitely very strong positions. So there is more than 1 lakh call sell and about 97,000 put sell. So the call sell is definitely this is predictable, because see, Nifty is almost close to 18,000, and we discussed yesterday that 18,000 has a huge resistance, and at least it wouldn't cross this week. And especially being an expiry day, it becomes very difficult to cross this place. And secondly, Bank Nifty is close to 38,000. So again, that being a round number, we cannot expect them to cross these numbers tomorrow. This can happen on a Friday, but I doubt it may happen tomorrow. So looking at the positions, by pros it looks sideways, and since they are having both future long, we can expect bullishness to be continuing in the market. So this is all about the participant wise open interest. And if we look at the option chain, this is Bank Nifty. So we have a strong resistance at 38,000. Okay, and we have a very strong support at 37,000, and right now the midterm or the short term support is at 37,500. So an intraday, in case if we break 37,500, then we may see some dip on the downside, but otherwise things looks pretty decent and looks like we may trade within this range. Okay, we can see a lot of positions taken by both the call writers and the put writers here. So looks like the market may travel within this range. So that is 37,500 to 37,900, the high that we made today. Okay. And if we look at Nifty also 18,000 has a strong resistance. So if you see, so these bars are quite longer than the ones that we have here. Okay, but there is definitely a very strong support at 17,800, and looks like people are carrying straddle at 17,900. Okay, so that means they're expecting a move between 17,800 to 18,000 is what we can expect. So looking at the data and looking at the option chain for both Nifty and Bank Nifty, the market looks sideways for tomorrow, and also being an expiry day, we can definitely expect a sideways market. Now let's quickly check on the charts to see what sort of positions should we plan. Okay, so Nifty has done a tremendous rally. I think it is following a trend line, something like this. Okay, let me just mark it. So this is a very steep trend line. Yeah, so this is definitely respecting this particular trend line, and in fact this is not just a trend line, it looks more like a channel too. So let me just try and see if we can form a channel here. So this is the place. Okay, cool. So it is forming this kind of a channel, but this is just for a reference. You need to understand that, in case till the time we do not break this, we do not have any issues. So if we break 17,880, then immediately we may come and test 17,790. So that's where we have a lot of put writers present here. Okay, so tomorrow I think so yesterday also I suggested not to take any strong positions for the upside, but market definitely moved harder and quicker towards the upside, especially Bank Nifty. And yes, sometimes you will have to depend on option chain to understand the kind of position that is being created. So this high is going to be a resistance for tomorrow, and in case if we open flat and if we immediately break this, there is a high possibility that we may test 18,000. So a small trade you can take, so around 18,000. Sorry, just a moment. Yeah, so this is 17,950. So in case if we break 17,950, there is a possibility that we may travel until 18,050. Okay, so a quick 100 points up move is something which you can expect, but I'm not sure if it is going to be that quick since it's a Thursday. And in case if we break this range, we may immediately come and take support here, which is at 17,850. So roughly I think the range is 17,850 to 17,950, and with an overview, the range should be 17,800 to 18,000, and we can see Nifty to be moving within this range. I would not suggest any call long or put long at this point, because since we did a tremendous rally, it is always the possibility of delta decay and theta decay remains high on an expiry day, so buyers can face issues. So always it's better if you can trade a strangle or a straddle, that can give you, or that can help you enjoy the decay. Secondly, if we look at Bank Nifty, so Bank Nifty also, if it breaks this high, which is 37,850, so if we open flat and if we break 37,850, then once we can go and test 38,000, so that should be a target. And in case if we break this point and come below, then we can, your immediate support stands at 37,500. And see, for expiry day, your idea should be simple. 37,800 is a strong resistance at the moment. So when I say strong resistance, that is for the expiry day, because we can see a very big red candle here. So in case if we open flat, understand, people will start selling 37,800 to 38,000 calls aggressively. That itself will limit the upside of the market. And similarly, the put writers would start selling 37,500 and strikes below. So we can expect a movement between this range for tomorrow, or at least for the first half until 12:31 p.m. Okay, so keep this in mind. Go for straddles and strangles. Do not take any directional position, at least for tomorrow. Then we can continue it on Friday. So this is all about the plan for Nifty and Bank Nifty for tomorrow. I think we had a tremendous rally for the past 3 or 4 days. Now it's time to take some rest. Thank you so much for watching. Let's meet on another video. Till then, take care. Bye bye.